It's an adventure. I could be lost, who knows? Hey, what's up everybody? It's Mike. So I'm out here at Pedernales Falls State Park on Wolf Mountain Trail, headed into the primitive campsite area, and gonna be pulling an overnighter and then hitting the trails hard bright and early in the morning. I'm shooting this one on the fly because I'm trying to make it out to the sites before it gets too dark and set up, show y'all around the campsite. I've probably been to this park a handful of times, a good half dozen or so. Only stayed in the primitive sites once and I did it all wrong. Just carried in way too much gear and my backpack was super heavy. I didn't know what I was doing back then. But glad to do it again. Feeling good. I got all my gear. Probably looking at like a 13-14 pound fall backpacking base weight. So not too shabby for beginner. But got everything in my Mariposa 60. Love this backpack. So gonna get to camp, set up, see what I can show y'all, see if I have enough time, enough daylight, and ready to have some fun, ready to do some hiking, camping, sleeping under the stars, all that good nonsense. Alright, so for my sleep setup, I got a couple things here. The Nemo Astro Light sleeping pad. This thing's pretty nice. Does make quite a bit of noise, but it's 12 ounces, full length pad, air pad, And I love it so far. It's really comfortable. I think it's 3 inches, maybe 3.5 inches, 3.25, something like that. So really thick compared to a lot of the pads out there, and really comfortable. I actually got the Nemo Tensor torso length pad for next summer, so gonna cut weight from 12 ounces to 8 ounces next summer, so kind of excited about that. And then got the Sea to Summit Aeros pillow as well. What are you thinking? I'm thinking no rain fly for the night. It's not gonna get that cold. It's only a 15-20% chance of rain, so Texas, that's pretty much 0. Alright, so my tent is the OG REI Quarter Dome 1, so it's not the SL. I think the packaged weighs like 2 pounds, 14 ounces. So hoping to make an upgrade on that as my next big purchase. Got a few tents on my mind, kind of thinking about some big Agnes tents, but I'm just not a big fan of how thin some of their materials are. Like, to cut weight, especially since a lot of them are semi-freestanding and they're double wall tents. So to cut weight on them, they typically use really thin poles, really thin materials, a lot of 7D and 10D nylons. And so if you want maybe like long-lasting durability, I'm not quite sure about the big Agnes tents for me. Kind of leaning towards maybe the REI Flash Air tent. Thing's really lightweight, has the option of using trekking poles to put it up. It's a single wall tent, but maybe if I get the 2-person, I can get the double vestibules and open it up on both sides, so don't have to worry about condensation too much. So another tent that I was looking at was the Nemo Hornet. I like the 1-person because it's a slightly bigger 1-person tent than a lot of the ones you see out there. I think most of them are like 35 inches wide, and this one's like 43 or something like that. So the Nemo Hornet's another option. So, you know, like the big Agnes and the Nemo tents are pretty expensive. The Flash Air one's a lot more affordable, so it's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now, but hoping to shed a bunch more weight, at least maybe a whole pound, by switching tents soon. I got some other ideas too. I wanted to talk about this a little. This is my first aid kit. I bring it on day hikes, overnighters, backpacking trips, whatever. It's got a little bit of everything, and I've been working on it to make sure it's got, you know, everything you need, but still be lightweight, kind of somewhat minimalistic, but not too much. And so I was hoping to do a video on this. You can see some of the things I got in there, but I wanted to do a full video on it and just kind of talk about why I have all this stuff, why I bring it, what everything is in there. But hoping to do a video on that pretty soon, so stick around for that. I'll probably do like first aid kit, hydration and hygiene video or something. Alright, so here's the sleeping bag I'll be using. This thing is just about 15 years old, which is pretty crazy. It's a REI, it's like travel down 600 fill power goose down 45 degree bag. It's a mummy bag, and my dad bought this when I was, I don't know, maybe like 12 years old or so. We used to do motorcycle trips, and we went to Colorado, North Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, all over the place, but we needed a really lightweight, really packable sleeping bag. So we got these, like I said, almost 15 years ago, and it's still in great shape. It may not be quite as warm as it used to be, but I've been storing it the way you should. I've been a lot better about that than I was maybe in the past, so it may have even have lost some of its warmth just because I used to store it improperly. But yeah, don't store your down in stuff sacks. Keep it nice and loose whenever you're not using it. But yeah, that's my sleeping bag for tonight, the REI 45 degree. It's my food bag. Got the MSR Pocket Rocket. I've taken this on so many trips and hoping that I finally have the appetite to eat it. Got the chicken gumbo. Makes this good to go. The dehydrated meal there. Rice Krispie treat for dessert. And then just a couple granola bars and some crackers and stuff for snacks. But that's about it. Couldn't find my Sea to Summit food bag, so Ziploc bags work. The Tokes 750 ml pot. Gonna downgrade that to the 550 ml soon, because, you know, why not? Just shave an ounce or two. I don't need this big of a pot. Usually I just boil water for just about all the meals I do. That's all I need it for. I don't really cook in my pot. I guess I'll just show you just about everything I brought. This is kind of like a ditty bag. I got a small charger in here, small charging cable, a cleaning cloth for glasses or camera or whatever, and I like this bright pink bag to store all my camera batteries, SD cards. I got my headlamp in there. I should show you. I love this headlamp. It's a 1 ounce headlamp. It's all the way up to 300 lumens, maybe higher than that, I can't remember. So, loving that headlamp ever since the upgrade to the lighter headband. It's really comfortable too, really easy to use. You just stick it on your head, your hat, your beanie, cinch it down, and you're good. Good morning, everybody. Got a bunch of hiking ahead of me. There's quite a bit of cloud cover. Got a little bit chilly last night. Probably low 50s is what I would say. So I got everything on, my smart wool socks and pants and beanie. Glad I brought everything I did. But yeah, the sleeping bag is definitely like rated only for maybe 55 degrees. So I think I need to upgrade that by next fall, at least, maybe next spring. So yeah, I'm gonna get packed up a little. I may leave the tent here, a couple things here, and just do some of the trails around the side of the park. And ready to get started. Yeah. The Jones Spring water. Pretty good. Still a little cool. I'm at the intersection of Horse Trail and Juniper Ridge Trail, I guess. Trails are a little confusing out here. I don't know why they call it Horse Trail. On the trail map, they have South Equestrian Loop Trail. It's also orange, so I don't know if Horse Trail is South Equestrian Loop Trail. And I feel like if I go that way, I'm going to end up in a much bigger loop. Looked at the AllTrails map and it shows South Equestrian Loop going that way, so if you end up at this intersection and not sure what to do, maybe have a second map at hand, but hopefully I'll end up at the parking lot soon-ish. It's an adventure. I could be lost, who knows. Alright guys, I think that's all she wrote. I'll let y'all enjoy this sunset. I'm gonna get out of this park. A wonderful time. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. And I'll see y'all next time.